Hey everybody, it's Phineas. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to talk about the economy today. Is it still bad? Is it getting worse? Is it going to get better? Um, you can't listen to the government because they're going to spout figures that don't include gas and food. And they're going to say everything's fine, everything's good, everything's up, everything's down, everything's perfect. So we got to do the research ourselves. I did some research on some stuff just to keep us informed, not trying to be doom and gloom, but we do got to keep stuff real. And the more information we have and the more aware things we have, the more prepared we can be. Okay, let's get started. Let's talk about food. Unfortunately, food prices are still going up. Just in the last 24 hours, I checked my Sam's Club app where you hit the reorder button. And I like to go over that once in a while. I like to see it because it'll show me if something's on sale. And if something's on sale that I ordered in the past, I stock up on it. Well, just overnight, the mozzarella cheese I buy and the pepperoni I buy, as you can see, I buy pizza. I make pizzas. Um, both the cheese went up $2 and something. The pepperoni went up $1 just overnight because I ordered it last week and it wasn't these prices. So prices are still going up. It's frustrating. People are saying that this is the new normal. A lot of people are saying 2025 is going to be worse. So what we can do is just prepare and let's go into gas. Gas prices. Last week, our gas jumped up 26 cents overnight per gallon. Okay, this morning I wake up and gas jumped down 2 cents per gallon. So see how that works? It jumps up 26 cents, but only goes back down 2 cents. Gas is still bad. All right, and I'm in Missouri. I know people out west, their gas prices are way worse than mine, so I know that sucks. Housing, okay, the average of one bedroom apartment in Missouri is $950 to $1,300 for a one bedroom. Okay, and you know the 950 apartments are going to be in a horrible part of town. It's going to be unsafe. The apartment's going to be a crap hole. So you're going to have to go closer to $1,300 to get something halfway safe and halfway decent. When I used to rent apartments back in the day, they were $450, $550. Fancy ones were $650. Now, $1,300 for a one bedroom. Who can afford that? And that's a one bedroom. So you can't even have roommates to help with the expenses because now you gotta get a two bedroom. And let's talk about housing prices. The house I bought here, I bought this house 4 years ago. I moved from Florida to Missouri. My house now gone up 100 grand those 4 years. So if I was shopping for this house today, this house would be 100 grand more than what I paid for it, and I'd be priced out. I couldn't afford it. That's way over my budget now. It's crazy. It's crazy. You're going to see multi-generational families living together where you got the grandma, you got the mother and father, you got the kids, and then you're going to see the grandkids. You might already start seeing this when you see a lot of cars at a household. There's probably several generations living together to cut down on expenses. It's not a bad idea, and it's probably a necessity for a lot of people. It's crazy. Okay, let's talk about credit card debt. People are living off credit cards right now at a very high rate, and that's scary. That's a scary place to be. The average person is 8,500 in credit card debt. The average American. Okay, 42% are now using credit cards for their monthly expenses. That's a scary place to be. And it said it was paying. Okay, say your bills were 2,000 a month, but because everything rose and got so high, but your income's only 1,500. So they're putting 500 on credit cards just to get through 1 month. The next month they're gonna have to do it again, and that's where the trouble comes. Like you start getting whooped, and then at one point you can't get out of it. These are scary times. That's scary to be in. All right, and there's a lot of articles saying how hopeless some people are getting. People are charging vacations because they know they can't pay it back, or they know they're not going to be able to dig yourself out of the hole. So just why not go crazy and eat out and go on vacations and buy stuff? Because I'm just it's hopeless. You're seeing a lot of hopeless spending with no way to pay it back and no intent in paying it back. That's going to cause another slew of problems, right? All right. Then this was interesting. I looked up did some research on all the businesses that are closing. right? Because we know Red Lobster, we know Dollar Tree's closing up to 1,000 and more. Dollar Tree said it's closing 1,000, and then as leases end at other stores, they're not going to renew the leases, so they're closing 1,000 plus. Listen to all these businesses that are closing, and this is from an article in May 2 months ago from Newsweek. So this is not old information. Red Lobster, Walgreens laid off 650 people and closing 150 stores. See, I didn't hear about that one. I didn't know Walgreens was in a little bit of trouble. Rue 21 closed 540 stores. I believe that's clothing. Family Dollar, which is also Dollar Tree, 600 stores, and I've read 1,000 plus. Best Buy even got hit. They're closing 15 stores. I didn't know they had any kind of trouble. Okay, Party City, 35 stores. Foot Locker is closing 400 stores by 2026. Okay, that's a ton of businesses closing. Rite Aid, 520 stores. I mean, this is a lot of closings. In my town, they closed Burger King and Rib Crib. There's just a lot of closings. And that's just in my town. I live in a small town, so I wonder, Burger King as a whole is not going out of business, but how many individual ones that we're not hearing about are closing down? That's not even McDonald's had a sales drop first time in 4 years. Like they're even losing money. Well, not losing money, but making less money as they were in 4 years. And you see why? You see the price of their food? It's gotten too high. Now, McDonald's is trying to lower your back with the $5 meal. I don't really know what's in the meal. $5 doesn't sound so bad, but I'm not going to do it. Okay, now let's get to jobs. People, you always hear nobody wants to work anymore. There's so many jobs. You can get $30 to work at McDonald's now. You can get $40 to work at Burger King now. All this nonsense you hear. Well, a lot of it is ghost listings. I'm gonna do a whole video on ghost listings. It's fascinating. It's nutty why they're even doing this. They're doing it for small reasons. Okay, so 45% of companies admitted to ghost listings. This is where they put a job looking for people to work a job on Indeed or any of these places, and they're really not hiring. They do it for a couple reasons. They do it so the employees think that the company's looking for a job, so those companies they're working with a skeleton crew. So to appease the employees, we're trying to find people that nobody wants to work. To appease the employees, and also it shows the stockholders or the managers or the bosses, look, we're kicking butt here. We're trying to find more people, but nobody wants to work. So they're fake ghost listings. 85% of those companies that admitted to having ghost listings were actually interview people in person with no intent on hiring those people. Complete waste of time. My sister went on a couple of these. Complete waste of time, wasting these people's time where they have no intent of hiring people. So when you hear, oh, there's so many jobs out there, you're starting to see, and people are starting to see that there's not. And now we're seeing people lose hours. They're chopping hours back on a lot of people. They're laying off a lot of people. You're seeing even pay cuts. DoorDash, which is a big company, keeps lowering its pay. Have you ever worked for a company that lowered pay? You want to get raises. DoorDash keeps lowering pay. They now give the driver $2 to drive to the restaurant, to wait for the food, to pick up the food with their car, their gas, their tires, their oil. Bring that food to the doorstep of the customer for $2. On that $2, you got to pay taxes, and you got to pay for gas and wear and tear in your vehicle because it does beat your car up, right? And people are still doing it because people are desperate. DoorDash knows this, and yeah, people tip. That's what you work on, tips. But a lot of people don't tip, or people tip crappy. They're $2-3, and that's the math doesn't make it still worthwhile. But people are desperate to make money, and DoorDash knows this. So DoorDash keeps lowering their pay. They've been lowering it for the last year and a half, 2 years. I've never seen a company like that. It keeps lowering pay. But that's where we're at. A lot of this stuff this is not good news. Like I said, people smarter than me are saying that this is the new normal, that 2025 is going to be even worse. Whoever's president, whoever you pick, it might get better if it's going one way, but it's such a mess, it might not. Okay, so look around your house. Do you have things of value that you can sell while people still have some money? Not things you like. Don't sell your favorite stuff. But if you have things of value that you don't want anymore, you don't need, start listing it. Start getting that stuff sold. Put that money toward debt or put it toward savings. Stack as much cash as you can. Start stocking up on things like toilet paper, Q-tips, things that don't expire. Start buying holiday food now, things that don't expire. Because if you buy a case of toilet paper today, that case of toilet paper might be $5 more come December. So the more stuff you can stock up now, you're saving a few bucks because it's going to just go up in the future. And all those things, it's just a peace of mind. I have 2 years worth of toilet paper, just because it's light. I don't have to rotate it, and it doesn't expire and it won't go to waste. And that's one thing off my plate that I don't have to worry about for a couple of years at least. I can concentrate on other things to buy. So yeah, keep plugging away. Yeah, this is not great stuff. Okay, but most of us watching this video, we already knew that things weren't great. A lot of people are going through life not with their head in the sand. They're fine. They're still eating out every meal. They're not putting any money away. They're racking up debt. Some people are doing that stuff, racking up debt, and they can't help it. Not judging anybody. My opinion is, whatever money you make, you can spend it however you want. Like, I'm not judging people who go eat at Sonic every day. I'm not going to do that. But you made the money, man. You're more than welcome to do what you want with it. Not judging people. I'm just making this video for those of us who are trying to just be frugal and trying to survive in tough times. So keep plugging away. We'll see you guys in the next video, one dime at a time.